Tom Kerr with you in our NESN studios. The Bruins trailing the Capitals 2-0 at the Fleet after 2. Now, it is Hall of Fame weekend up in Toronto, and the class of 99 is being led into the Hall of Fame by a guy who had a lot of class and wore 99 as a player. Wayne Gretzky was on hand tonight at the Air Canada Centre for the first ever Hall of Fame game between the Maple Leafs and the Rangers. A nice new tradition up in Toronto. Induction ceremonies are Monday, but the weekend began tonight. Number 99, Wayne Gretzky, headlining a group into the hall and out to center ice tonight. Former referee Andy Van Hellemond, former NHL VP Scotty Morrison also being inducted out there as well tonight. Gretzky goes into the hall without waiting the mandatory 3 years. After this induction, that period will never be waived again.
All the people on the selection committee, and there are several great hockey people on it, including many who are already in the Hall of Fame. Bobby Orr, Stan Mikita, Harry Sinden, just to name a few, and those people all thought this was a good idea, so it worked out very well for everybody that we had a player the caliber of Wayne Gretzky being the last one who's going to have the time period waived.
Also being inducted this weekend is reporter Russ Conway of the Lawrence Eagle-Tribune. He'll be honored for his journalistic crusade that exposed the corruption of hockey czar Alan Eagleson.
That must be a dream come true, to be in the Hockey Hall of Fame. And I looked at him and I said, you know, with all due respect, it really isn't. And he said, huh? And I said, because I never thunk it. Never did. Never gave it a thought. I mean, Terry O'Reilly called me that afternoon. We met that night. He was dancing up and down, and he said, can you imagine Al Eagleson's going to look in the mirror every day when he shaves, and he's out of the Hall of Fame, and they're putting your name up on the wall? He said, he's going to have to think about that. That's the worst punishment in the world.
Gretzky was the only player voted into the Hall this year. Andy Van Hellemond elected into the referee linesman category. Former league VP Scotty Morrison into the builders category. Russ Conway enters under the Elmer Ferguson Award for journalism, and French color analyst Richard Garneau wins the Foster Hewitt Award as voted by the NHL Broadcasters Association. Again, the induction ceremonies proper are Monday night at the Hall of Fame. Stay with us. We'll see what's happening in the NHL tonight. At the Fleet Center, the Bruins are going to have to rally in the third. Goaltending taking charge as Byron DeVoe and Craig Billington shut the other teams out in the second. It's 2-0 Caps after 2.
Deck the halls with NESN in December. The Bruins skate your way with 6 games in December. Hoop it up. College hoop is back with 20 games from the Big East, the Pac-10, and the Big 12 conferences. It's a big month on Front Row. Dan Egan takes you on a skiing tour of Europe on Snow Castles, a Front Row ski special, December 20th at 6:30. Nothing gets you closer to Everett football than a season inside, December 22nd at 6:30.
There are times when you are down. That's when you show your true toughness. That's when champions are made. When they're down and out, they get back up and they fight back. That's what we're doing. Let's go.
And check out your selections of the best in New England sports for the century on 20th Century Heroes on the 27th through the 31st at 6:30. NESN is the place to be in December.
Candlepin is quite a difficult sport. Sometimes you get a strike, and sometimes you just get the back row.
Girls do just as well as the guys.
Kids are getting more back into it now.
It's fun for all ages. I think the people enjoyed the personalities.
Babe Ruth loved candlepins. He would come out all the time and bowl.
Back then when I started with wooden pens.
And that wood can kill you, or it can cure you.
And you do reach a point where you are in the zone.
It's unique, and it's only in New England.
NESN's exclusive coverage of Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places and do things you never thought possible. Fly Southwest Airlines. By Bell Atlantic Mobile. A cell phone is only as good as the network it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile. By Mobile, introducing the fastest way to get gas. Mobile Speed Pass. It's free and it's only at Mobile. And by Nissan Motors, the people inspired to build vehicles for your mind and heart. Nissan. Driven. Are you a fan? Each game on behalf of Pro Player Sports Apparel, we choose one fan in the stands that represents the spirit of Boston Bruins hockey. Pro Player Sports Apparel. Are you a fan? Busy night on the ice in the NHL. We told you that up in Canada and Toronto, they are having the first ever Hall of Fame game. We showed you some of those pregame ceremonies. Let's find out what's happening in the game itself now, as the Rangers, with rumors still swirling that John Muckler is about to be fired, are taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. And Sylvain Lefebvre didn't help his coach Lefebvre. The bad pass, Yannick Perreault takes it and scores to beat Glenn Healy. That made it 2-0, and then Dmitry Kristich, the former Bruin, gets it on the power play and shoots it in from the high slot. It deflects by Healy. Healy gets pulled. Richter now in, and the Rangers are rallying. Tim Taylor has just scored. It is now 3-2 in the second intermission at the Air Canada Center. Dallas is at Carolina, and the Dallas Stars have not won a game in the last 3 tries. Ron Francis and the Hurricanes playing better than that. They tied the Caps last night. Here, a nice save by Arturs Urbe off Brett Hull. 10 first-period saves for Urbe. We are scoreless in the second. Down in Raleigh, the Dallas Stars, believe it or not, are last in the Western Conference in scoring with only 41 goals on the season. Pittsburgh is at Florida. Kevin Constantine's team without Jaromir Jagr tonight. He is sitting out with that thigh injury. They've won just 3 of their last 12. And here, Steve Leach from center ice gets him on the board. It beats Trevor Kidd. That makes it 1-0 Pittsburgh. They are now in the first intermission. Florida had its 4-game winning streak snapped when the Panthers were shut out 3-0 by the St. Louis Blues on Thursday. The Bruins are getting shut out by Craig Billington. Second period analysis and the face-off for period number 3 when we come back.
You've got a key to your house. You've got a key to your car. Well, now you've got a key to the pump. Speed Pass from Mobile. It's your personal key to getting in and out of the station fast. Just wave it at the pump, gas up, and go. To get your free Speed Pass, call now, toll-free. Mobile Speed Pass is linked to a major credit card or check card you already have. Over 3 million people are already getting gas faster with Mobile Speed Pass, the fastest way to get gas.
This is power. Unstoppable power. The power in new Duracell Ultra, the most powerful alkaline battery in the world. The power for more pictures, faster flashes, more sound, and ultra performance in whatever it powers. New Duracell Ultra. More power, more life.
When the ground gets covered with snow, Dodge Caravans got you covered. Not just with sure-footed front-wheel drive. You can outfit Caravan with winter-beating options like traction control, anti-lock brakes, or the ultimate snow fighter, all-wheel drive. Right now, America's best-selling minivans even cover your budget with a generous cash allowance of up to $1,250. Uncover a great deal on Caravan at your friendly Dodge dealer today.
Well, welcome back to the Fleet Center. The Washington Capitals have preserved their 2-0 lead over the Bruins. Scoreless second period. Bruins had some good chances, most on this one sequence. Joe Thornton stole the puck from Chris Simon, driving to the net. Allison tries to put it right through, but Kelly Johansson with an excellent defensive play. And at the end of that same play, Simon turned it over again, and this time Joe Thornton whacks it right out of the air. Craig Billington, who's been very, very efficient in the net. Joe Thornton again, one of the Bruins' better offensive chances, although you can't really call that much of a chance. He lost control of it. The Capitals have been playing solid defensively. Byron Defoe, he had a solid period as well. The Capitals did put some pressure on. I would say the Capitals had the better scoring chances of that second period. Kelly Johansson again from the high point. Shot on net, but Capitals outshot the Bruins in that period, and the Bondra and Nicolishin short-handed goal have put Craig Billington on the verge of his 100th career win. We'll see if the Bruins can keep him at 99. We come back for the third period.
If you were a new luxury car, how would you stand apart from the rest? Would you have the most powerful V6 in your class? Or the largest interior? Maybe you'd offer amenities you couldn't find anywhere else. Imagine how special you'd be if you could claim all of them. Presenting the all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking.
The Maglite flashlight. Brighter, tougher, made in America. Maglite, the perfect gift to brighten the holidays. Maglite.
Hey, Doug, it's Chris. I'd just like to thank you for telling me to buy that crappy computer. Why don't you come over and fix it, you son of a...
Just a bit of magic. Oh, you gotta see it. So like the unexpected, perfectly perfected. Ahead of your head, I said. Our stuff is what dreams are made of. Time to bring it on home.
Mini DV, made possible by Panasonic. Just slightly ahead of our time.
Oh, just a bit of magic.
Murder! The Horseman's killed again!
We are dealing with a madman.
He's on the rampage. Cutting off heads where he finds them.
Ichabod?
I've discovered something.
No!
Sleepy Hollow.
Is he dead? That's the problem. He was dead to begin with.
Rated R. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
A long list of luxury features with values up to $2,250 make the Chrysler Town & Country unexpectedly affordable. At Chrysler Plymouth, we'll show you what's new.
Dale Arnold, Gordy Kluzak, Tom Caron. Back here at the Fleet Center as the Capitals lead the Bruins 2-0 at the end of 2 periods of play. There is Jan Bulis. Played 1 37-second shift in the first period. Has not seen the ice since. Has been a bit of a tiff with his coach of late. Second leading scorer on the team to Peter Bondra, and has seen 1 37-second shift so far tonight.
Must have done something terribly wrong in that 37 seconds.
I'm sure Ron Wilson benching Jan Bulis carries quite the weight of Kevin Stevens and Cam Neely sitting on the bench for a game, but it might in Washington, I guess. I don't know. Brendan Witt hit by T.J. Axelson. Peter Bondra shovels it ahead. Adam Oates center ice for Washington. Ray Bourque for Hal Gill. Well, the Bruins have made third period comebacks. A little bit of a habit here of late. We're going to need one tonight. Alaranta's shot, Billington's save. From the stick up into the glove, able to grab it and hold on.
Well, this is the one line that Pat Burns has kept intact all night long, and Alaranta, right there, Ken Klee got his stick between the puck, slowed it down. It was an easy handle for Craig Billington.
He's told that Jan Bulis had back spasms in last night's game at home.
Yeah, you'd almost think it has to be some sort of an injury, but then again, if you thought it was, why
dress him?
Why isn't he in the locker room?
Because they've got some healthy scratches from the lineup.
But it may have just tightened up on him in this game, and then you think, well, why would you just sit there and it's going to only get tighter?
Yes, I would think that. So much for the back spasms theory, huh? Andrechuk out to center ice for Samsonov. Broken up as Samsonov tried to get around the defense. Mironov stepped into by Thornton, clears the zone. Andrechuk back to Matthias Timander. I've not seen a lot of Jonathan Girard. Has seen sporadic shifts. Allison trying to make the pass to Samsonov. Puck rolled off the end of his stick. Zednik in the corner, double team. Savage snakes it back to Van Impe. Allison deep, tied up by Klee. Tried to draw the tripping penalty, didn't get it. Kerry Frazier looking right at him. shaking his head no.
You know, if you look at Joe Thornton, Sergei Samsonov, Jason Allison, and Anson Carter, first two periods, one shot on net between the four of them. A lot of the shots have been coming from the point and the checking line of Alaranta on the wing.
Chuck fanned on a bouncing puck.
Those guys have to find a way to get themselves into scoring position here if the Bruins are going to come back.
Oates takes the pass away as Hines was trying to give it up. Could get an icing call here as back to touch it up is Gill. Another guy, Gordy, is Steve Hines, who has played 10 shifts, 10 minutes and 31 seconds, and does not have a shot to show for it. That he was probably not feeling well, and you know, would cut back on his ice time dramatically tonight.
Yeah, he's on some serious cold medication.
Bates, Hulbig, and Zaire up front. Jeff Zaire just up from Providence of the American Hockey League today. Jonathan Girard, who had played the least of the six defensemen, is out there now. Hulbig into the zone for Zaire. Zaire stops. Hit from behind. Taken down. Fans wanted a penalty call against Brendan Witt. Didn't get it. Witt, little punch to the back of the head of Zaire. That wasn't called either. Bruins look to break out of the zone. Pass by Bates is way too far in front of Sweeney. I just don't quite know how you can misfire by that much. Fans getting on Kerry Fraser as Zaire is pleading his case.
Another look at Zaire and Brendan Witt tied up. That's one of those situations again where defenseman realizing there's only one referee out there. You kind of wait till he's way out of the picture and take an extra shot.
Now, not that you would ever have done
I
that
never
when you
did.
were playing, of course.
It's against the rules.
You've heard of that, however. And have seen opposing players do it on a number of occasions.
It happened to me quite a bit, as a matter of fact.
P.J. Axelson clears it in. Mikko Alaranta behind the net, trying to fight loose to the near corner. Alaranta, a little spin move, gives it to Anson Carter. Carter sealed off by Nolan Baumgartner. Alaranta steps into the man. Two caps go down. They get back up, however, and get the puck. Gordy, you would have to say some 4 minutes into this third period that the Capitals have outplayed the Bruins so far here tonight, and not just because of the 2-0 lead. They look as though they've worked a little harder and checked a little better.
Yeah, they've played very well. The Bruins are trying hard. They're trying to get much done.
Anson Carter, backboards. Carter tried to slip it in front. Fans thought he was tripped at the side of the net as Billington covered up the puck. Anson Carter says something to referee Kerry Fraser.
See Anson Carter trying to drive to that net, and it's like a trip to me.
It did. Peter Bondra's stick across the knees.
Well, he said he was going for the puck, and just an unfortunate consequence. You have to fall over a stick.
Is that what he said?
Sure.
I bet he'd buy that too, do you think?
I'm not so sure he would.
But it would be fun to see Kerry Fraser come over and try to sell it to him. Samsonov, Thornton, Andrechuk, the line up front for Boston. Dave Andrechuk out to center ice. Joe Thornton clears it offensive zone deep. Taken out of the play. Dmitry Mironov skies it to the far wing, and it's tipped out of the zone.
The Bruins defense just very rarely pinch in on the blue line if there's any doubt as to whether or not they keep that puck in. And with this type of a game against this type of a team, I think you're going to have to see the Bruins defense take a few more chances up there on the offensive blue line.
Sweeney. For Jonathan Gerard. Checked by Joe Sacco.
One thing Jonathan Gerard's going to have to get used to. You do not have as much time up here as you do in junior hockey, and you could see right there, Don Sweeney gave him that pass that Tednick was on him very, very quickly. But Gerard has terrific skills. And it's tough to just step right back into a defensive position when you haven't been playing there. There you see what you get offensively in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League.
Has filled in wherever needed for Pat Burns so far this year. He's played up front, played back on defense. The injury to McLaren moved him back on the blue line for tonight's game. We mentioned Kyle McLaren not in tonight's game. Watch him jam his arm right there. Looked like the left hand, left wrist. And he immediately sort of grabbed it and pulled it back in towards his body. That happened in the final 30 seconds or so of the game here Thursday night against the Rangers. Hulbig looking for Bates, tipped away. Hulbig hauled down. Konowalchuk just absolutely hog-tied him. Bruins get the goaltender off, extra man on. Hulbig deep for Zaire, tried to stuff it in front. Oh, whistle stoppage as Zaire had the puck. Konowalchuk is arguing. I'm not quite sure how he can.
Well, a good chance here for the Bruins. Konowalchuk on Hulbig.
You know what? He might have a case.
Yeah, that was a good acting job there by Hulbig. He just leaned into him. Well, he got that right arm around on him pretty good at the end.
5:47, time of the penalty against Konowalchuk. 51 consecutive penalty kills for the Washington Capitals.
Would you stop it on that, please?
Well, in fact, Caps have a shorthanded goal tonight even. Bruins have Bork and Van Imp at the points. Andrechuk, Hines, and Allison up front. Bork clears it in. Billington lets it roll. Bondra tipped it out. Van Imp had not gotten to the near point. Could not keep it in. Forced all the way back to his own end. I want to check with you first, but is it okay for me to say the Bruins power play hasn't looked very good so far?
Yeah, I think so.
Van Imp to Bork. Van Imp gives it up to Allison.
You have to remember the Capitals' penalty killing is pretty darn tough as well, but the Bruins really have not been able to get much going, especially down low. They haven't been able to work the puck in low and have Jason Allison or Dave Andrechuk get some good in-tight chances.
I mean, Steve Hines threw it to a corner there, Gordy, where there was nobody but white-shirted Capitals. You know you're giving up possession of the puck with that pass. Bork sends it in on net. Billington gloves it, leaves it for Klee. Jamie Black tied up by Samsonov. Bork digs it loose. Carter handed it away. Caps clear it down the ice. 30 seconds of power play time remaining. Samsonov. Bad pass at the blue line. Pat Burns is shaking his head behind the Bruins bench. Drop passes at the blue line generally are not a great idea. Caps clear it down the ice. Konowalchuk out. Shot gloved by Billington, but offside against Samsonov. 12-11 left to play in the third. Capitals in front, 2-0.
There's a storm coming. We're watching the low very carefully. Time be a doozy. Snow, snow, snow. It's gonna be a nor'easter. It's getting me out slippery. 128 is a parking lot. Egg going to be a tough commute.
Get ready for winter at Sullivan Tire. Right now, conditions for buying Goodyear snow tires and all-season radials are just right.
We're always here to get you there.
Going in a straight line is one issue. And most people, when they think of speed and power plants, think of... The fact is you're going fast and slow, and you're turning in the process of doing it. The new Ultima has been redesigned with that in mind. We refined the suspension. We reduced the body roll. We goosed the engine. Technically speaking, we gave the car some...
We know advanced technology doesn't have to be complicated. That every product must be meaningful. And the end result will make you smile. Open up to Samsung Digital. Samsung Digital. Everyone's invited.
5 total shots on goal in the third period. 3 for the Bruins, 2 for the Caps. Capitals holding on to a 2-0 lead. They've done a terrific job of shutting down the passing lanes for the Bruins here in the third. Gordy, as you pointed out earlier, I'm not sure that some of the Bruins' big guns have done a good enough job so far fighting through the checking job and getting themselves some scoring opportunities. Billington got it loose to Simon. Whoa, big hit! Halbig sent Simon flying.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my.
Oh, my. Who's going to suffer the consequence of that one?
Centering pass taken away by Sweeney.
That was an unbelievable hit.
Nope, Simon's the guy who heads off.
You have to give him a lot of credit. Halbig, that is. Not a lot of guys would take on Chris Simon with that direct hit and force, almost just try to force a confrontation.
Jeff Zaire out of the corner, taken out of the play by Jeff Halpern. James Black sends it to the Boston defensive zone. Bruins trying to push it out of the zone. Van In ahead to Hines. Can't receive the pass. Steve Hines was by the defense. He just couldn't hold on to what appeared to be a pretty good pass from Darren Van In. Adam Oates. Centering pass blocked away by Matthias Timander. Hines checked by Oates. Allison gets control, comes into the zone. Jason Allison back to board. Blast! Billington save. Hines tied up. Savage couldn't get the shot.
It's a real battle in front of that net. Brendan Witt, he's a tough customer in there, and Steve Hines was doing his best to try to get at that loose puck. But he was getting a whole bunch of Brendan Witt.
Konowalchuk dumps Bork. Bondra comes in, shot blocked. Bondra, centering pass, tipped away by Bork. Jason Allison lobs it out of the zone. Halpern bothered by Eloranta. Gill clears it in. Dmitry Mironov tied up. Shot stopped. Eloranta's shot hit the side of the net. Axelson put the first one on that Billington, I think, kicked away. Gill can't keep it in. It's lobbed past him by Zednik.
Yeah, the defensemen really have to pinch virtually every chance they get. Right there, Hal Gill took a gamble and didn't get the puck, but they need to continue to do that.
Zednik clears it into the Boston end. Byron Defoe plays it away to the far wing. Sacco tips it deep, gets it himself. Nikolation shot wide. Uh-oh. Simon was lining up Sweeney. It's Sacco who hits Sweeney. Defoe with the stick save. Puck deflects over the glass and into the seats. 8:48 left to play in the third. 2-0 Caps with the lead.
It takes a suit of armor
armor to fend off the blitz. Equipment designed for the most rugged of situations.
Because when it's game time, anything can happen.
That's why Ford Outfitters are the official vehicles of the New England Patriots.
Right gear for any adventure.
A full line of sport utility vehicles designed to take on anything. Now, lease the rugged Ford Explorer for only $259 a month for 24 months.
See your New England Ford Outfitter. I did.
V6 engine in its class. The most interior space in its class. Amenities that would surprise you in any class. For those seeking refuge from mediocrity and compromise, we offer the Sanctuary. Presenting the all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking.
Well, Joe Sacco gets called for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty right there on Jonathan Gerard. A couple extra shots.
That brought in the bruiser.
It did.
PJ came to the rescue. Sacco goes off for unsportsmanlike conduct, and the Bruins get their 5th power play opportunity of the night. Well, if ever there was a power play goal needed, it would be now.
Well, every game that goes on, or every power play that the Capitals kill off, you expect that sooner or later that streak is going to come to an end. It would be great for the Bruins if it come to an end right now.
The Washington Capitals hold the league record, believe it or not, for most games without a power play goal. It is 12. They would equal their own NHL record if they could hold the Bruins without a power play goal tonight. Thornton, Andrechuk, Samsonov up front. Bourque and Tamander at the points. Bourque, bad pass, but Thornton gathers it in.
Ray was trying to fake the dump in and get the Capitals to overcommit to that one side. He knew Joe Thornton was coming late with a full head of steam, and he just passed it a little bit too sharp of an angle.
Thornton couldn't hold on to it. Capitals clear it down the ice. Caps change the penalty killers. Bruins come to the neutral zone. Bourque gains the blue. Back out, I guess.
I don't think
he the blue line.
Never got it quite over the blue line.
Dallas playing at Carolina tonight. For an update, back to the Nesson Studios and Tom Caron, TC.
Thank you, Dale. Carolina gets on the board first here. Jeff Daniels gets it started, poking the puck away from Joe Nieuwendyk. Kent Vanderbilt, quick pass. Paul Ranheim the goal, beating Ed Belfour 1-0. Carolina in the lead at home.
Carolina came back from a 2-0 deficit last night and tied the Capitals down at the MCI Center, the phone booth in our nation's capital. Bruins trying to battle back here, but they got some battling to go. Down 2-0. They are on the power play. A little over halfway through the 3rd period. Anson Carter can't control the face-off, and Dmitry Mironov kills a little time and just lobs it down the ice. Axelson, Carter, and Allison up front. Bourque drops it back to Carter. Carter works his way down the boards. Deep goes to Axelson. Carter. Blue line. Bourque. Cross ice to Mander. Shot. Saved by Billington. Carter tips it deep. Allison in front to Mander. Bends completely.
That puck was bouncing. It was a difficult shot.
Nikolishkin shot. Going for his 2nd shorthanded goal of the game. Stopped there by Byron Defoe. Bourque fires it in. Caps get there first. Carter blocked it. Rattles to the near boards. James Black tied up by Jason Allison. Darren Van Imp gets it loose. Back to the blue line. Ray Bourque shot wide. May have been deflected. Allison. Blue line, Van Imp. Allison, back to Van Imp. Far point, Boyd just able to keep it in. In front, blocked. Out of the box comes Sacco. Sacco with Boyd trying to get back. Sacco stopped by Byron Defoe. Darren Van Imp goes hard into the back boards, gets back to his feet, and it's blocked wide of the net by Boyd.
Ray Bourque and Darren Van Imp have to be absolutely exhausted.
Billington holds on with Bates on his back. 6:23 left to play here in the third period. 2-0 Capitals with the lead.
Look at this chance at the end by Joe Sacco. He's fresh legs coming out of the penalty box, and Ray Bourque has been on the entire power play. Tough to catch him, but Byron Defoe with a great save, giving the Bruins still a chance to come back here. It would have been all over if the Capitals had got that third goal.
Bates between Zaire and Hulbig.
Hulbig's back out there with... Oh, no, Chris Simon is not out there. I thought he was for a moment.
Konowalchuk for Washington. Sends it out of the zone.
Tell you what, though, Joe Hulbig wants to stay up here and wants to earn Coach Pat Burns' favor. Taking a hard hit at Chris Simon can hurt.
Pass hit Zaire in the back of the leg. Bates tips it back to Sweeney. Zaire handed it right to Mironov at the Washington blue line. Oates into the Boston end. Bondra in the corner. Hulbig can't get his stick loose to clear the zone. Bates for Gerard. Pass off the stick of Zaire to the corner. Calle Johansson just drives it away to Chris Simon on the near wing. Tamander to Thornton. Andrechuk lobs it in. Calle Johansson bothered by Thornton. Andrechuk tries to tie up Simon. Puck near point. Tamander shot through a screen. Samsonov had the goaltender beat and couldn't control. Boy, it's been that kind of a night, hasn't it?
I was thinking exactly the same thing. Bruins just cannot get a bounce around the net. Now, you have to give the Capitals defense a lot of credit as well as Billington. He's been controlling his rebounds beautifully.
4:42 left to play here in the third. 2-0 Capitals with the lead.
Flying to Baltimore for business? If these 19 reasons don't convince you to fly Southwest Airlines nonstop to Baltimore, maybe this will. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA.
You are now free to move about the country.
Pop the cork, finger snapping, spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Let's live. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods.
Foxwoods. Matthias Tamander with a nice play at the blue line, just taking backhand to forehand, putting it on the net. Samsonov tried to kick it back to his stick from his left skate. It was a tough play. That puck was bouncing, took a strange carom off the front of the net anyway, but some nights that thing would have landed flat right on his stick and been in the top corner. there, didn't even get a chance.
That was the save of the game right there. Rob Tallis sitting on the bench as that one was chopped up at the bench area. He just stuck his glove directly in front of Ray Bork's face and caught it. Sitting right beside Ray Bork, and as the puck deflected up to the bench, he just reached out with the glove and had his glove right in front of Ray's face and caught it. Chuck clears it in. Halper spilled by Thornton. Puck is underneath it. He'll take the face off in his own end. 4:25 left to play in the third.
Well, join us for a post-Thanksgiving feast next Friday afternoon as the Bruins look to continue their winning ways against the rejuvenated Alexander McGillney and the Vancouver Canucks. Our coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. with Bruins Digest. It's the Bruins versus the Canucks next Saturday afternoon. Next Friday afternoon, that would be. Live right here on Nesson.
Unless Gordy's postprandial celebration gets him here at 1:30, which is what you thought the other day.
So let me get this right. It's next Friday at noon.
Right.
Okay.
11:30 pre.
Okay.
I think we're there.
All right.
Offside, Mikko Eloranta. Ian Erlin.
PJ's getting a little testy out there.
Watch this now. Watch Tallis sitting on the bench. Bullock. And boink right there. Wasn't that a good one?
Doesn't look doesn't look as impressed as you are with the whole thing.
Bet Ray Bork was happy.
Saved him a trip to the dentist tomorrow.
Brendan Witt. Don Sweeney breaks up the play in the Boston defensive end. Bork goes back to Sweeney. Eloranta got his legs crossed up and fell down. On a Walchuk shot, Defoe save, drops it off to Sweeney. Less than 4 minutes remaining in the third. Bruins trail by a pair. Eloranta couldn't go through Calle Johansson. Tried, but couldn't make it. Bruins have just 5 shots here in the third period, and they've had a couple of power play tries in the third. Allison tied up by Mironov. Chris Simon.
I'll tell you, other than that one shift that Chris Simon sort of gave the puck away a couple of times, he's had a very strong game as well.
I've decided he's the single scariest player in the National Hockey League. He would intimidate me from here.
I agree.
There may even be guys tougher. Although I can't think of one.
No, I can't either.
Thornton offensive zone. Slides it deep to the corner. Klee just tips it away. Ulf Dahlen got it by Bork out to center ice. Andrichuk. Away to Allison. One point tonight, there were 17,565 on hand. At least some of them have begun heading for the exits, sensing that the Bruins are not going to be able to fight back from this 2-0 deficit. Bates and Samsonov come into the zone. Samsonov, shot hit a leg. Allison pulls it to the corner. Allison up right over the stick of Samsonov. Samsonov clears it in, looking for Carter, broken up by Klee.
You know, the Bruins, to me, tonight, have not had the same energy level that they've had for a while, and you never want to put too much emphasis on one player.
Pass in front, tipped by Billington away from Carter. Commander shot tipped just wide by Carter.
When you have a defenseman like Kyle McLaren that's leading the league in hits and playing as well as he was, and playing 20 to 22 to 26 minutes a night, he's on the ice for almost half the game. It's a hard thing to recover from.
Burns has his arm held out, gesturing towards Defoe, and he says, come now. Defoe heads for the bench and the extra attacker. Thornton tipped it, looking for Andrechuk. Blocked by Johansson. In from the blue line, Van Imp blocked, kept it in for the moment. Thornton for Andrechuk. Back to the blue line, Van Imp. Johansson able to work it away to the near point. Caps chop it out to center ice. Konowalchuk got to that one. Nice play as it doesn't make the goal line, so no icing call. Shot by Nicolishin into the empty net. Matthias Tamander just fired his stick in the direction of his own net.
Again, the Bruins a little sloppy in the neutral zone here, skating by the puck, and Nicolishin kind of hit the bullseye right there. And Tamander was showing most of the Bruins field tonight, a little frustrated, a little fatigued.
Second of the night, second of the year for Nicolishin. Defoe is back in there. So the Bruins, who had come into tonight's action with a 6-1-2 record on home ice, will be apparently shut out here at home tonight.
That is goal number 2 of the season and of the evening. An unassisted goal for Andre Croatian in 1933.
And a generally crummy evening comes to an end. Craig Billington gets his 100th career win. 8th career shutout as he comes back and blanks his former team. 28 saves in a winning cause. Byron Defoe takes the loss. Final score, Washington 3, the Bruins nothing. Back and begin to wrap it up for you in just a couple of minutes.
Hey, what's it gonna take to get you to buy this computer today, huh? Come here, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll upgrade your Sims to DIMS, no charge. You'll even throw in a SCSI card. See, I ain't out mouse pad. You want that?